After only a little more than 2 years of the people of Flint, Michigan dealing with lead-tainted water, it looks like the federal government might finally be on the verge of providing significant aid to these people, although not necessarily. So if you're not familiar with the situation in Flint, although we've done many videos on it, I do want to catch you up. Flint's drinking water became tainted when the city began drawing from the Flint River back in 2014 to save money. And not even much money, actually. Regulators failed to ensure that the water was treated properly, and lead from aging pipes leached into the water supply. As many as 12,000 children have been exposed to lead in water. Now, Flint returned to a Detroit area water system last year, but residents still can't drink the water without a filter. The state health agency says it's up to individuals to decide whether to shower or bathe with city water. And a report that I saw just today says that it is still not safe to drink without some sort of filter. And so aid is desperately needed. Now, the Senate has approved $220 million to help Flint and other cities that currently have lead contamination, because as a result of the Flint situation, we realize that this is common across America. But GOP leaders have refused to include the aid in a water projects bill moving forward in the House. Now, a deal has been struck, but not a deal that actually provides the funding under the bill that we're currently talking about there. The deal would not add Flint money to the government spending measure, the short-term government funding measure that's currently being debated, but it would increase the odds of Flint funds being dealt with in the lame duck session, when we know everybody has a fire under their ass to get stuff done, as lawmakers deal with Water Resources Development Act. So that's the amazing deal that's getting a lot of press. Now, it is actually progress because the House has shown that they have no regard whatsoever for what happens to Flint. But the best that we have is that if this deal is struck, then perhaps at some point in the future after the election, we can give some aid.
So we're actually going to be talking to an expert on this when we're at the University of Michigan for the Young Turks on Fusion. That's Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can find out more about that at tytnetwork.com/TYT on Fusion. And so we're going to talk to them about what is getting down on the ground level. Are those families safe today? Are they not safe? How long will it take before they actually get real solutions to this? And why did it happen in the first place? Like, who made the decision? Now we've had plenty of time to figure out, because they played the blame game and tried to blame everybody else for it. But somebody made a decision that, those people get poisoned, not a big deal. We're going to try to get to the bottom of it on the Young Turks on Fusion. Now, in this story, there's two elements of it that are important. Number one, I can't stand that the Democrats have to fight and compromise and give up things so that they can get the Republicans to agree to maybe unpoison the water. So the Republican position is, don't care, that's your problem, not my problem. And by the way, in this bill, we're going to fund the flooding in Louisiana. Now, the Louisiana flooding would happen in predominantly white areas of Louisiana this time, by the way. And so that's going to get funded. There's no question about, hey, that's a tragedy. What happened to people down there is a tragedy, okay? Louisiana is a red state. White, black, okay, but it's a red state. Republicans run that state. Okay, that's going to get funding. Oh, your minority communities got poisoned? Probably not.
Maybe we'll get
right?
to it.
So then the Democrats have to fight for it. And to give credit to the Democrats, and people say there's no difference, and I'm in the camp of there's a small difference, but here it is. And in a situation like this, it doesn't seem so small, where they go, no. We are going to get money to make sure we get the poison out of that water, and they have to give up other things to compromise with the Republicans, because that's why the Republicans are so intransigent and so unreasonable. They're like, we're not going to help you with anything at all. If it's about me and my people, I'm going to fight tooth and nail, and I'm going to want 100%. When it's your people, I'm going to give you 0%. Represent everybody. I don't give a damn about your people. Yeah. So that was point one. Point two is, then Representative Dan Kildee, who's a Democrat from Michigan, said, oh, you want to play games? Okay, here's my proposal. He gets up, gives on the speech on the floor of the House, going, I think it's kind of curious that you guys are not giving any money to this minority community. Well, I wonder why you're doing that. And then the Republicans get super pissed. Representative Rob Woodall, Republican of Georgia, says, how dare you suggest that race is the basis? Oh, all of a sudden now you're hurt, dog, huh? and all of a sudden they're like, what? No. What do you mean? So, of course, we'll include it in this legislation so that we'll consider it later. Yeah, but don't call me racist. Oh, all of a sudden. Okay. So you play a little hardball, and then you get results. So I just sense a tiny movement in the Democratic Party. For decades that I've been covering politics, the
They won't
Democrats
say
would have
it.
just laid down, gotten steamrolled, and here's a Democrat fighting back going, no, I'm going to call you racist because I think you are, and you got one way to prove it. Treat the black community just like you treat the white community.
Yeah.
I'm not asking for
And
anything more. All I'm asking for is the same treatment.
Does anyone doubt that that is the base? I mean, look, I'm sure in many cases, if it was a Democratic area, regardless of race, they wouldn't really care about helping those people out. But when natural disasters strike, we provide money. We provide money that day, or at least that week. We don't wait years of kids having their brains be affected negatively, their development postponed or harmed permanently, tens of thousands of people being affected and poisoned by this up until you're watching this video and on into the future. It's insane. And there was a great, John Oliver did a great breakdown on the lead problem in America, like sometime, I believe, earlier this year, last year. And there's a great Cosmos episode about the attempts by the lead industry to continue to pollute our gasoline and also pipes and paint and things like that. It is absurd to me that there are lead pipes in America in 2016 that drinking water is being funneled through. And I understand that it would cost literally billions of dollars to replace them. Then we pay the billions of dollars and we replace them, and we say, okay, that's super expensive. We spend how many billions of dollars every year bombing Syria? You can have those bombs once we've torn out and replaced every single lead pipe that remains in America. This is 2016. This isn't ancient Rome. There's no reason why American kids should be drinking lead with their water. There's no argument for that. No budgetary argument, certainly no moral argument. You make the funding today, not just to provide some filters for Flint, but to make sure that Flint and every other community around America never has to deal with this situation again.
The lead in the water leads to your kids getting brain damage. But we don't have money for that? We spent $1.5 trillion in the war in Iraq and wound up with ISIS to thank us for it. So we don't have money to make sure our kids don't get brain damage? Look, Democrats appear to have, some of them have begun to fight back. There's a long way to go here. Because if you were running a real political party, you know what you would do? You would demolish the Republicans on this issue. You would run ad after ad about they will give your kids brain damage for their own political benefit. Because that is the reality. They won't get rid of the lead pipes that literally give you brain damage. So there shouldn't be a single Republican left in Michigan. If the Democrats were a real strong political party, they would wipe the map of Michigan, let alone the rest of the country, of any Republicans that signed on to this and that said, oh, maybe we're not going to give you the money. Oh, it's only your kids, not my kids. All right, this is a good beginning for them. The fight has apparently begun to some degree, but there's still a long way to go. At the Young Turks, we believe in change. We believe we can change the media, make it more independent. Come do it with us. tytnetwork.com/join.